Hi everyone, and welcome to the next installment in my Army collection videos. I know it's been a little while since I've done one, but I have a good reason for that. As you can see here, the next collection is my US collection, and with all the new cool books that came out for Flames of War, like Blood, Guts, and Glory and Devil's Charge, I kind of wanted to try to get some more stuff done before I took this video. Of course, the best laid plans of wargamers, you know. I wound up just getting a handful of new Shermans done, some tank destroyers, and maybe some odds and ends. I still have some towed tank destroyers, Calliopes, and Chaffees to paint up, but I guess they'll be in the next video. So when I started this collection, it was back when mid-war was, basically all you could get for Flames of War. So you'll notice a lot of these guys may look like they've just driven through the desert rather than driven through muddy Europe. And you'll notice my half-tracks, for example, have their machine guns pintle-mounted rather than pulpit-mounted, which was, of course, what you'd see later. Nevertheless, I've transitioned into making them basically playable anywhere, which is one nice thing about the US and Flames of War. You can pretty much use 80% of the same equipment across eras, so you'll see a little bit of mixing and matching in terms of weathering, but overall I think it all works. It's a lot of green. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look here. I'm going to start right to left. So, right here you can see my US Rifles HQ. I'll try to stay focused on these things here. I've got the HQ 2IC and 2 bazookas. Behind them I've got the I&R patrol. And just right there we have the HMG platoon, who have gotten much better with the attachment rules in my opinion. Behind them I have 3 different rifle platoons. Backed up, of course, by the company weapons platoon. Behind them I have some 81mm mortars. And finally, some 57mm anti-tank guns. So moving right along, let's come take a look at some specialist Shermans, starting off with some warriors here. Here I've got Abrams and both of his tanks. And right next to him I have the man himself, Patton. Okay, immediately behind them I have my favorite Sherman of all time. That's the EZ-8. And behind them, Jumbos, who aren't exactly leading the way in this scenario. And to back them up, give them some smoke support and the like, I have some 81mm mortars on the half-tracks. It's the M4 mortar carrier, I believe. And behind them I have some armored rifles. So there's the armored rifle HQ section. The tank/armored rifle recon unit, which is a nice, just cheap little awesome unit to have on the field. Behind them some armored rifle HMGs, which I almost never ever use because the armored rifles themselves are just bristling with firepower already. And back there I have some British crocodiles. Now I don't have a late war Brit army, but these can support the 29th Infantry Division in Normandy, so I just kind of added them as part of my Americans. Coming back around here, here's my vanilla Shermans. There I've got my HQ, 2IC, 2IC and an optional dozer, recovery vehicle, and there is Staff Sergeant Lafayette Poole in his 76. Behind them I've got 10 M4 Shermans, followed by some Sherman 76s. That's on the M4A1 chassis. Alright, behind them I've got 2 armored rifle platoons. You can see how big and beefy they are. They can just deal with just about anything. Here's a 3rd armored rifle platoon. And immediately behind them, some anti-aircraft. Now, I do want to show you this scratch-built 50 cal truck in the dismounted 50 cals. Kind of neat. And just over here we've got the engineers. Here I have both the armored and unarmored options. And there's my supply truck right there. And backing them up, got some air support. Got my P-38 Lightning. As you can see, that's a very heavy die-cast model that needs 2 stands to stay up. I've got the, what's that, I'm drawing a blank. I want to say P-40, is that right? I don't remember. And here I've got my air observation post. Okay, so coming back up front here, here's my light tank squadron. Actually, I guess it's not a squadron in American terms, is it? This is a company, damn it. So I've got 17 Stuarts, and adding to them soon I'll have some Chaffees. Like I said, I was going to wait to get them done, but couldn't quite make it. Here I've got the very core basics of a Cav Recon Patrol, and I made them with the extra M8 so that I can run them out of Turning Tide, where they have the Armored Recon rather than the Cav Recon, which you get an extra M8 in the core platoon. And backing them up, some M8 Scots. Here I've got a full-on Priest battery with Sherman Observer. Behind them, some self-propelled anti-aircraft guns protecting some self-propelled 155s. Okay, so let's look at the very last column here. Here I've got the dreaded Tank Destroyer Company. There you can see the HQ and 2 security sections. And there are 8 M18 Hellcats, my favorite tank destroyers. Look at that thing, it looks awesome. Love the way those little guys look. Here I've got some M10s and 2 Jeep security sections. Mostly use those M10s in mid-war, but sometimes I'll swap them out for late war too. And one of the coolest little guys, the 75mm gun motor carriage tank destroyer. Haven't used those in a while, I should probably get them on the board soon. And to close it out, a good old US 105 battery. So as you can see, I definitely have some holes still. I've got to get the towed 155s. I've got to add the units I was just talking about. Plenty more self-propelled anti-aircraft options. And I don't have any paratroopers, so hopefully that will change soon with the new open fire set. Alright, well everybody, thank you for joining me. Please check out wwpd.net to see these guys in action in multiple battle reports and painting pictures and stuff. And join up on our forum if you want to chat all things US or all things Flames of War. So until next time.